Open can. Close can. Hey, welcome everyone. In this video I'm doing a review of the SimpleHuman motion sensor and voice command smart garbage can. The version that I have is a 58-liter version, and I'll put my model number in the video description for you guys' reference. The body is stainless steel, and for a garbage can it has a rather sleek look. It's also fingerprint proof, even though there should never be a need to touch it. Thanks to the neutral color, it'll fit in perfectly with any kitchen color theme. The body is infused with Aggion coating, which apparently prevents growth of bacteria, fungi, and mildew. However, we don't get our garbage can dirty in the first place, so I can't really comment on that. So the main selling feature is the smart capabilities to open the can. One method is to use the motion sensor at the front, so you can simply wave your hand in front of it. The motion sensor doesn't activate when you walk up to it or past it, so there should be no concern of accidental openings. The motion sensor has never missed its mark and has worked pretty much 100% of the time. The other method is voice command. You can simply say open can and voila. You can also say close can to close it. If you don't, it'll close automatically after 5 seconds. While it's open, you can say stay open for it to remain open for 10 minutes. Unless, of course, if you want to close it early, then just say close can. So the can recognizes commands to open up or close rather well. However, it will open up on its own inadvertently quite often. So we could just be simply chatting in the kitchen, for example, and it'll just randomly open up, even if we don't say anything remarkably close to the command of open can. At first, this is rather scary. At nighttime, you would see something move at the corner of your eye and only to realize it's the garbage can, but we did get used to it. It does open accidentally about once a week or once every 2 weeks, but we learned to kind of just ignore it. It doesn't really bother us anymore, especially considering how whisper quiet it is, but I'll get into that later on. There's a few things to know about this can because it is smart. The first is that it does not need internet connectivity. It just operates on its own. The second is that it does not operate like a dummy garbage can. There's no foot pedal, so you can't use it like a regular standalone garbage can. You have to use a motion sensor or voice command. This is not a concern though, because it works fantastic with the smart functionality. There's no concern on the motor seem to wearing out. There's no wear and tear thus far. I've had mine for over 7 months, and of that time, 3 months have been at home during the pandemic, so it's being used more often than ever. It's still working flawlessly. The third important thing is that yes, it does require power to operate. Now, thankfully, SimpleHuman does include a 5.5-foot power cord in the box, but if you don't want to use that, it does take 6 AA batteries at the back. So as I was mentioning earlier about how quiet it is, SimpleHuman claims it's whisper quiet, and that's a pretty accurate statement. Let's take a listen to it open and close a couple times. Open can. Close can. Open can. Close can. Out of the box, you get 10 garbage bags included with the can. The way the bags are stored is simple, clean, and easily accessible. When you're changing bags, it's very convenient to have another one available in the bag slot. The bags are surprisingly tough and there's no concern of them breaking. The zip-up string was a nice touch. You can purchase more bags from SimpleHuman in quantities of 60 for $33 or 240 for $105. Now the bags sound expensive, and I did some rough calculations of comparing some 58-liter bags from Amazon, Walmart, and Canadian Tire up here in Canada. And yes, you can get them significantly cheaper from them if you want to. The only concern is that because this garbage can is a 58-liter capacity, you don't want to have it that when you're pulling it out, if you have cheap quality bags, it will rip and tear. The SimpleHuman bags are very tough and durable. 58 liters is pretty large for a garbage can. If you take me standing next to it, for example, you can see how large it is. One full garbage can bag from SimpleHuman lasts me and my family about 2 weeks. So if you purchase 240 of them, if you do the math, that'll last us about 9 years worth of garbage bags. When the garbage can lid is closed, it does a great job of retaining the smell in the garbage can. Thankfully, in my area, as well as a lot of others, the local government has a collection program for organic waste, which is in a separate container and collected weekly. So our garbage can doesn't really get that smelly in the first place. There is another version of this can available, which has some dedicated space for recycling if you choose to opt for that model instead. Keep in mind that this garbage can is expensive. $280 here in Canada, although I was able to get on sale for $180. And you really have to justify it to yourself, do you want this garbage can? You see, unlike other smart products, this one does not help you reduce energy cost like the Nest thermostat, or it doesn't provide home alerts like the Ring alarm system. Links to both those product reviews in the video description. This garbage can is more of a nice to have than a must have. But in my situation, it plays a pretty unique role. You see, in my home we have a 2-year-old, and as you would expect, he likes to throw random stuff into the garbage can. We put a chair in front of it and thankfully discourages him from trying to reach the garbage. However, this means opening it was annoying as we had to use our own hands. With the SimpleHuman Smart Garbage Can, it works great because you no longer have that problem. And aside from that, I'm a techie and I just simply wanted to talk to my garbage can. You just have to really justify it to yourself. Do you really need an expensive garbage can like this? Again, I love talking to my garbage can, it's hilarious. Especially when new people come to my home and see it in action, they think it's a great conversation piece. The most important thing is that for owning this for over 7 months and being home a lot during the pandemic, there's still no wear and tear on the motor functionality, which is the most important thing, and there's a 5-year manufacturer warranty. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, be sure to check out my social links in the video description. Hit that like button, it does help, subscribe, and thanks for watching.